we are back on Peaks Peak, and today we're doing another air gun video. We have added to the arsenal. Caden got him a new gun. What is your gun, buddy?
A Crossman F4.
Yeah, Crossman F4 brake barrel. It's got a little center point scope on it, and it does just a fine job for him. And Cameron has upgraded his air supply. So he's got this air compressor that is really cool. We're going to show you how that works. Really excited about that because we worked really hard to pump this thing up with that little hand air pump, and it just took all the fun out of shooting. So hopefully this will make it a lot better. So stick around. Hope you guys enjoy the video.
Diablos.
Cool. Is that a 500 pack? Cool. All right, so that's what we're going to start with, and then you got your regulator set on 2,000, but
2,000. It crept up.
Yeah,
I guess from the temperature change.
Right. Something that we've noticed, and it may be a regular occurrence with these, or maybe it's an issue with this gun. I don't know. But when he has this gun completely full at like 4,100 or so, it seems like the regulator pressure creeps up just a little bit, because he was trying to set it at about 1,900. After he shoots it down below to about 3,000, then it seems to hold steady right at that 2,000 mark or so. Is that right?
It starts at 2,000 and then creeps down to 1,900.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if that's just the way these guns work, but anyway, so we'll kind of see how it does today. But this is our first time getting out shooting with these JSB pellets. Everybody on our last video said forget those Crossmans and Ruger pellets and all those, and get some JSBs or air arms or something like that. So that's what we did. We're going to start with these and try to get this thing tuned on paper and see how it does. We're shooting at a little bit different spot. We shot over in the woods at our range the last time that we shot a video, but we kind of like this, being here by the campfire. So we built this fire here, and the pond has just got a skim of ice over it. It's really thin, but anyway, we set up the targets on the other side of the pond. Caden is shooting at 35 yards, and Cameron has his set up trying to shoot right at 50 yards. So we're going to try that today and see how that works out. Nice.
I'm used to Cameron's.
Yeah, the trigger pull is a lot longer on yours. Caden's target is a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Pretty cool, huh? You might be better off taking your gloves off now that we got the fire going and everything.
Now.
So you just fired a dry fire and let it drop down to 19?
Yeah.
And it did?
Yep.
Okay, good. Nice. Caden does a good job of turning his safety on every time, and then I feel like the old man on Christmas Story. Careful, they spill all over.
We shot at the six.
You just shot that vine in half.
Yeah.
Real still, Caden.
Where mine went when I shot at the dots.
Yeah, I don't think you had a pellet in yours.
I did.
Yeah, it did. It hit right in front of my car.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, mine.
Is it shooting consistent?
I mean, my group isn't the greatest, but it ain't bad. I think I'm not shooting the best right now.
Okay, good shoot.
Good shooting.
Is that a steel target?
Yeah. Is that what you were aiming at?
Yeah.
You don't seem so sure. You're like, sure, yeah, I meant to do that.
I actually did.
Hang down.
What?
Keep getting right on it, and then.
Maybe we need 2 shooting tables. You getting any tighter?
They're hitting really close together.
Yeah.
I still need to go up.
You finish this mag, we'll go over and check out the target.
Aiden, quit. Oh my goodness, you're impossible.
Step out here away from the table, buddy. There you go. Give it the beans, give it the beans.
Okay, so it's shooting pretty tight, but not just pushing the same hole.
I want to shoot around. Let's go check your targets. You just skipped one off the ice up into the trees. I'm glad nobody lives back there.
He said, I'm going to shoot the water.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You did not. You didn't hit any water.
All right, Caden.
I meant ice.
Caden, lay your gun down.
All right, we're going to go check the targets. Safety on.
So this was my first group, 10 shots.
Yeah.
And then that was the second dot I shot at, and it was the same hole, but the same distance low. I think that was the second or the third one I was aiming at.
And then
that was the last one I
after
was
you
shooting.
dialed it at 50 yards. How many shots is that?
That's
6?
5, 6, yeah.
And they're all within an inch.
I mean, yeah, that's
Less
than a knuckles width.
Yeah, and our shaky table setup
Yeah.
is that's pretty tight. Those pellets are better.
Yeah.
Ain't no doubt. All right, I want to shoot around. I'll shoot at the bottom right dot. Cool. All right, let's see where Caden hit. Don't get down in the snow. You'll get your coveralls all wet.
Right there.
Yeah.
Let's take that one.
Hop up. Let me see. Oh yeah.
The pellets are hitting snow.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit Stay Puft a couple times, man. And you hit the 22 target. All right, so my turn. I'm gonna give this thing a shot. We still got air in there.
100. Yeah.
It's at what?
3,200.
3,200. Cool.
See the beauty of where. One more try.
Any kind of group?
Yeah, maybe not quite as good as yours, but goofball here. Knocking the camera over. No wonder we didn't have a group. Hey, Caden, move your chair back. Get away from the table.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I did.
I want to go over there and look at it. Now, after our last video, there were several people commented that gun's capable of a lot better groups than what we were shooting, and they nicely blamed it on the pellets instead of our ability. But there's a very good chance that part of the problem is our shooting ability. Because I think these pellets are a whole lot better, but I still had a couple of flyers. But I think it's more me being shaky and all than anything. So we'll see. Yeah, so actually, I mean, I had a couple further out than he did in my group, but I put 4 or 5 in the black dot. So there's no question these pellets are way better. And I kind of felt when the shots were a little off, so I knew they were going to be a little out there. But overall,
It's still only like a 2-inch group.
that's pretty good. I mean, getting half of them in that center dot. We're shooting off of a shaky card table, so you know, not the greatest, but still better than just freehand standing. But I think you've pretty well got it dialed in.
What's funny is at this range you can see the pellet and see it dropping.
Yeah.
If I painted the back of the pellet like orange or something, you could definitely see it.
That would be cool. I wonder if you'd change the weight of them if you put paint on them.
There's a guy on YouTube called Ed Gun Leshy. that he calls them tracers. He just paints them.
Huh.
And
That's cool.
does scope cam videos on squirrels, and it's brutal too because you can see right where the pellet hits, and it just like extra safe. Make sure you don't get any water in your gun. Pick it up higher than where you're pumping from. I don't know how big a difference.
That's interesting.
Makes, but
You would think with the amount of pressure it's going to be pulling that elevation wouldn't mean anything.
yeah. All right.
Dad.
All right, so you said that they said open the bleeder valve before you turn it on.
Yeah, and then once you start it, once you hear the fans kick on and it spins up good, then you can close it down.
Okay. I mean, in my opinion, that's relatively quiet. This battery is the same as a Makita battery. Is that what you said? Yeah. 18 volt. It came with a 7.8 amp hour battery and a charger. This was from Amazon. This makes it nice and portable. It's what would you say, 15 pounds, maybe 20. It'll pump it all the way up to 4,200 in 5 minutes.
From 2,000 to 4,200 in about 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 seconds.
And it didn't get too hot. Got a nice little carrying handle. Now, this pressure here, is that the same as your gun pressure?
Yeah, it's in, that one's just in bar.
So it's got 2 cooling fans built in. Yeah, it's not even hot to the touch.
That is warm to the touch.
It's been running for, well, a couple minutes. We're up to 34, 3,600. Well, I can tell you this is a whole lot more fun than pumping that bicycle pump.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to oil this? It's oilless? Really?
Oilless, coolantless.
What's the maximum time to run it that you say? 15 minutes. So, like, you're never...
You're supposed to let it cool 10 minutes in between every 15-minute run.
Okay. Well, so I guess if you got a scuba tank or something, then you'd have to start thinking about that. Pressure release, and then take
You got a little cap for
Yeah.
the end of your hose.
And you stopped right at 4.
Yeah, just barely over 4.
Yeah. What you doing, bub?
Oh, watching.
Pretty cool, man. And how long did you say it would run on this battery?
I think about 30 minutes of run time.
Oh yeah, so a good outing of shooting, you'd be fine. All right, Caden, come on back, bud.
And if you ever need more, you can always just buy Makita batteries and
Yeah.
have extras.
That was cool. Just caught the edge of that steel target.
Agreed.
If you can hold steady through the long trigger pull on this thing, it hits.
Yeah.
It's 5 steals in a row.
5?
Yep. All right, guys, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. We had a good time shooting the pellet guns today, and we figured a few things out. Definitely those JSB pellets made a big difference in the shot grouping. The one thing we're trying to figure out now, though, it seems like his gun with the regulator set on 1900 in the top between 3,000 and 4,200 PSI, it's shooting dead on, and then as the regulator gets down to about 3,000, it starts shooting low and to the right, I think, just a little bit, like about an inch of difference. And I don't know if that's normal. Some people recommended that you don't even shoot in that 3,000 to 4,000 range, just shoot it between 2,000 and 3,000. So I don't know, we'll try to decide on that, but be sure and chime in, give us comments, tell us what you think might be the issue and where we ought to start with that. So appreciate y'all watching, hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.